Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to KT Garage. I'm starting a new build series on a 1973 Dodge Challenger with a Hellcat swap on it. This is going to be a really cool project. It's going to be a Restomod. This project started about 4 years ago. I bought a pretty old and rusted out Dodge Challenger, completely disassembled it. I had it sandblasted. You can see the condition it is over there. And back then, I had another project in front of this project, which is the Humvee project that I just got finished a couple of weeks ago. So I wrapped up that project. You can check out the Humvee custom build in my channel. It's like 80 something episodes on it. Now, since that's done, I'm gonna start this project and try to finish it up. I'm gonna be very aggressive with it. I wanna get it done in about 2 years or so, hopefully. So the car is completely disassembled, and you can see that I already started to do some work. I'm gonna walk around the car and show you what I've done so far, and then what the future plan is. And then if you look down here, and I can show you this whole setup, is a subframe with already suspension and drivetrain already put together. So I'm gonna join this sub-assembly and then that body together by the time that body's done. So half the work already been done. It's brand new as far as drivetrain and suspension goes. So all I need to do is just get the body done. Now, before that though, I have some video clips of a few years ago of what the car looked like. I'm gonna spend a few minutes just go over that video clip, and then I'm gonna show you guys what the plan is for the next few months at least, trying to get that body done and then get it to bolt to this subframe and suspension. So this is the car when I first bought it. You can see it looks like it's in decent condition, but actually rusted out pretty badly. Now I had a great deal on this particular car. I think I only paid around $3,000 at the time, so you know, it's not too bad. Now you can see some bullet holes on there. They probably do target practice or something with the car. Been sitting outside for so long. See rust holes everywhere. I'm gonna end up getting a new door anyway, so I didn't care much. Now you can see the roof just rusted out really badly. You can see that, you know, they try to fix it over the years and put all kinds of layers of paint on them, but you know, they just don't last. It rusted all the way into the frame on the inside. With the frame on the inside actually pretty solid, so I was happy with that. So I can just replace the roof, and the structure is still okay. And you can see the trunk is totally rotted out. It's pretty bad, but I already started working on that, so it's not too bad. Now I have plans on replacing both quarter panels, so you know, I didn't care about those rust down there. It's all gonna be replaced anyway. But you can see how badly rusted the car is. You know, after I removed the vinyl top, it just, everything just rusted out. Now the interior is not too bad. You know, all the pieces is there, which is great. I can just, you know, recondition it and restore it later when I get the body done. So I just, you know, just have those disassemble and set it aside. Yeah, the dash is all cracked, so I'm gonna need a new dash anyway. So the engine bay looks fairly clean. It had a 340 on it. They already took it out, and then you know, they just have typical things in there like that brake booster and the brakes still on there. Now the front end looks really good. I'm able to reduce everything on the front end. The bumper, those two bumper in the front, those is so ugly. I'm not going to be reusing those. And at this point, I started to take the fenders out, start disassembling the car for the sandblasting. So the objective is just to remove everything. Everything got to go in order to get it sandblasted. So at this point, the wheels and suspension still attached. No engine. The cross member is still there. So I'm just gonna have to remove all of that and get it ready. That's the shot of the overall what the engine looked like. So at this point, I went ahead and I bought a brand new Hellcat engine, no transmission. It was just an engine on its own. And I think I paid around maybe 15,000 at the time, which is I think it's a little bit overpriced. Price actually dropped a little bit. So I actually have two Hellcat engine now. This one is just the extra one because I didn't know that I was able to buy the complete kit that I was able to use a little bit later. So I bought this, and so at this point I'm actually trying to wait to see how much the engine weight. I picked it up on my crane or the overhead hoist, and it's like 700 and something pounds. It's on the heavy side. I didn't think it would weigh that much. Now at this point I started to take the chairs out, the seats out. That's actually the carpet, guys. It's just nasty, a lot of rust. Found a lot of dead mites on there. That's my dog Rookie. He was so young at the time. That was 4 years ago. He's a lot older now. Took the seats out. All the rails looks pretty good. Those can be just sandblasted and reconditioned. I do like to use the original seat and not having to get those new aftermarket ones. See what else in here. So I was about to be ready to rip the entire interior out and clean it all up. So here we go. This is when everything get cleaned up. I think I removed maybe over 10 dead mites on there. It's unbelievable how bad this thing is. It's probably sat outside for many years. But the interior, on the sides, doesn't look too bad. Pretty solid. So the basic frames are solid. It's just the places where water collects. That's where it has holes on them. The trunk, I showed you guys this before. It just completely, rusted out. Got holes everywhere, which I already replaced this in this current condition. So the rails, the two rails out back to support the back end, those two rails are pretty solid. The one I was just pointing to. So I'm gonna reduce those and just treat all the rust and call it good. Okay, so first let's take a look at this Hellcat setup. This is super cool. I bought it like this, by the way. There was a guy that wanted to do a custom build, and he ordered this entire thing from Swatch Performance. And then unfortunately, very sadly, the gentleman passed away, and then his brother sold this whole setup to me. So, and it is set up for 1973 Challenger, so it's perfect for my build. I was gonna go and build something like this from Swatch Performance, but then since he's listing it and selling it, I bought the whole thing, and which I really don't have to spec it out. It's already done. So the basic Hellcat setup, and this is really cool because I can have AC and everything on it. You can see that I bolted on the AC compressor right there already, so the car will have a full AC by the time it's done, just like modern car. You can see coilover, really big 13-inch bare brakes, which is really nice. And then the Hellcat is bolted to a T56 6-speed transmission, which is awesome. And it's already been bolted together, all torqued together. I don't have to mess with any of that. So that entire thing can just stay the way it is. I've just dropped the body on top of this, and we call it good. Now the subframe goes all the way back here, and you can see back here it's got the 4-point or 4-link assembly, 9-inch forward rear end, and it's built to handle the Hellcat. So all of that already been done. And you can see The bed brakes are there. Awesome. I wish it's 14 inch, but the gentleman ordered 13 inch setup, which is fine. You know, it's big enough to handle the weight of the car. So no problem there. So that's the basic setup. And another thing I want to point out was the headers. You can see that the headers already been built and fitted in this assembly. So all I need to do is just, you know, weld on after this collector, and then we're all set. The brake lines, check this out. Brake line already been put in, and it's been like installed and hooked up and everything. So a lot of work already been done, guys. So I really don't have to do much as far as this assembly goes. Now let's take a look at the body. So I did some work to it. I completely cut out the roof because it was wrapped before, and the vinyl, which is, you know, it was back in the day, it just glued on. It wasn't even painted, so it was just bare metal surface and glued on. So over the years, it's rotted out. It's like Swiss cheese when I took it off. I left it for 3 or 4 years, so you can see that even though it's been sandblasted, surface rust already developed, but that's okay. I can treat that no problem. Rockers are very solid. You can see the rockers here are solid, so I'm going to keep the rockers. I'm going to replace the quarter panel. The quarter panel is already back here. You can see that I ordered a bunch of different panels to replace pretty much almost the entire car. And in here you can see that I already cut out and welded in the new assemblies here for the trunk. That piece is about to go on. And then I want to put in a huge tire in the back. I'm going to put a 345 millimeter tire. So what I need to do is I'm going to have to come in and cut about 1 inch into this frame right here. So I'm going to have to cut the recess, and then we'll have to weld it back on. So that's the modification you see that I'm doing right now. Same thing goes on the other side. So it's like a mini tubbing without putting a mini tub on there. You see that the inner fender's right here. I cut it already. So so basically I'm gonna have a filler. Let's take a look at this side. So basically my plan is just to move this entire thing in about 1 inch, and then it's gonna have 1 inch gap here, and I'm just gonna put a piece of metal there and then just weld it in. So that'll accommodate that really wide tires in the back. You can see everything is kind of Swiss cheese here, but that's okay. These are all internal structures, so I can just weld in some new pieces and make it strong. You see that I triangulate everything because when I took the roof off, it's kind of like things are moving. So before that, I want to make sure I triangulate everything. And then in here, you see there's a lot of holes on the floor. So I'm gonna replace the entire floor anyway, so that's not gonna be an issue. I'll replace the A-pillar as well. It's, you know, it rusted out pretty good. And up here you can see it's all rusted. So it's quite a bit of metal work to do, but I've done this before. And my '69 Mustang is not that big of a deal. Now here you see a lot of rust holes. I'll repair all of that. Not a big deal. So the reason for me to pick this car is because I'm gonna have to cut out a lot of these anyway to fit it into the Hellcat assembly. So I'm suspecting I'm gonna cut like most of this firewall down here to fit the engine and transmission. Now I'm gonna custom fabricate this whole firewall anyway, so I really don't care if it rusted out like this, because I'm gonna need the entire thing rebuilt. And then all of this is gonna have to be cut out for like the shock tower and things like that will be cut out for the new assembly. So that's pretty much where we at today. So the plan for For my next video update would be working back here. I'm gonna try to finish up what's in here, weld it all in. This is for welding. This is for mounting the gas tank under. So that's gonna have to go under this piece. So we weld that in. And then we'll start working on the inner fender, get it all welded in. And then when it's done back here, I'm gonna start to tackle the roof and try to put the new, I already have the new roof on. Sorry, I already ordered the new roof. We just have to get it installed. And once the roof is installed, it'll provide a lot of structural support so I can start working on some of the other stuff. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up this video and start the next video on the fabrication. I'm gonna start out with the work in the trunk, and then we'll just gradually move towards the front. I appreciate you guys tuning into KT Garage. Be on the lookout for the next episode, which I will release once a week, and we'll give you guys an update on what's happening with Build Series. Appreciate you guys tuning in. If you like the content, please like and subscribe. Thank you.